Alright gang, welcome back to our 200 horsepower challenge on CalmLands. You join me as I'm carrying some of our last silage bales that are ready from the first field that we mowed over on the other side of the water to our methane plant. Now, you can see we've got $40,000. I was doing this kind of throughout the night, and we're creating 3 different items from this silage. Specifically, we're creating electricity, we are creating methane, which is what we wanted, and we're also creating a digestate. So what I've done is I've go ahead and I went and I made the electric charge and the methane selling. We're making more electric charge than anything. Almost everything you're seeing as far as the cell, as far as the 40,000 goes that we got, is from the electric charge, because the first time I did not put methane on Cellular. Now, we're not going to get any money for all of this until the night flips over, unfortunately. We could buy a methane tanker, and then we'd have to transport it from here all the way back up to the sell points. The more I thought about it, I'm like, it's a lot of wear and tear. We already do a lot of that anyway, and our goal here was to try to not do that as much, try to, drive all the way up there as much as we have been doing, just to save our equipment a little bit from having a lot of damage on them. So we're just going to sell everything, with the exception of excuse me if I could talk straight, of the digestate. We are going to keep that for now. I have some other plans for that in the future. It may not be anything we use the digestate for in the near future, but here in a couple episodes, I have some plans for that. So we're going to leave that as storing for now. If we get plenty of it, once my plan comes to fruition, or if we have that maxed out, then certainly we can sell some of it. But that's not my goal, at least early on. We're going to keep the digestate for now. Won't tell you what my plan is yet on that. You'll have to stick tuned to the series to figure out what that is. But I do have plans for that. So today, we don't have enough money to buy another plot of land, unfortunately, but we will probably the next episode. I'm expecting to get a decent chunk, because not only are these bales already ready, those bales should be ready as well, so I will move those bales into there, more than likely off camera. I don't think I need to just do a time-lapse of me just moving bales back and forth. That would be extremely repetitive and boring for you guys, I'm sure. So, but at least you're getting to see a few of them and how I've been doing this off camera through the night. When sleep woke up, and this is how many we had left. So we're going to drill this field today over here on the left. We're going to put something in there. I'm not sure what. I think I'm going to do oat. Oat grows pretty quickly, and we should be able to make bales out of that. And the reason why, it's either going to be wheat or oat. And the reason why I'm going to do that is because I can make the bales out of either one of those. And the bales are accepted in our methane plant. And it seems that they get a lot more of the methane out of it than silage does. Which, I really don't care. As long as we're making more money than what we do when we bring them up there, I really don't mind. So we got a decent chunk of silage in there. It's almost maxed out. But it also accepts straw. And straw gives you 50 methane, where silage only gives you 10. And methane sells for a lot of money right now. A lot of money. So, I'm hoping, praying that this is going to be what we need for our future. Okay, so all that, one thing I want to check before we go over there and start doing that is I want to take a look at our sheep and our hydroponic greenhouse. Make sure they don't need water and silage fertilizer, all that stuff. They could use a little bit, but they're probably fine for at least another month or two. They need some water, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to get into the smaller tractor for this. That's something the smaller tractor actually can do. So you may hear me, I apologize if you do, you may be hearing my voice sound a little bit different. I'm a little groggy. I still have some sinus issues going on, so bear with me and I apologize. Perfect. Alright, they're maxed out on water. They're good. They have enough food in there. I'm not worried about the food right now. So we should be good there. I don't believe either one of those... No, that's not ready either. I was going to say, I don't believe either one of these are ready. I think the far field is getting close, but I don't think it's ready yet. So I'm just going to leave the tractor there for now. We do have a lot of lettuce we could sell here. What is our lettuce looking like price-wise right now? Maybe we sell it. We should probably get another production of some sort for the lettuce. So yeah, it's pretty close. Market stall to that, $3,000. The best is in January. It's May. So we're actually dropping, but it says it's going up. Okay, well, we'll monitor that for the rest of the day, and if it starts falling, maybe we'll sell them. Because we could use a little bit more funds. 50,000 is ideal. That's what I was hoping to get to last night, but unfortunately I didn't get all the bales over here before the day flipped over. Probably need to make this yard a little bit bigger, but we will work on that in the future. This is more of just like a makeshift like gravel yard. It's not going to be our main yard eventually. But like I said, I don't really want to spend a whole lot of money on the yard right now. I'm more worried about getting some more land so we have more fields to manage. And we need to buy this field right next to us here, because then I can fix this little drop off right here. It's pretty severe. Alright, we flip this on so I can actually see where I'm going and make sure I don't go out of the boundary line. Even though we have kind of a baseline with the grass, I try to keep it a little bit on the inside, just because I don't want to drill something in this field and then it say you can't harvest it. Like, that would just be a disaster. Alright, drop it down here. Perfect. We're going to try to get pretty close to the edge on this one, I think. Just because I can, because this is all my land here. So we'll go around the headland here, like we always do, and then I'll probably throw in a time lapse for this. Shouldn't take us too long to do it. Should be a really, really quick job. And then we will probably put it on a worker, more than likely, because I would ideally like to get both of these fields drilled today, which means we got to move all those silage bales. And you guys know how great I am at moving silage bales, so it's going to take a while. Probably could go another pass over a little bit, looking at the mini-map there, so we may do that. May just try to touch that up a little bit. Actually, I think I will, but we'll probably do it during the time-lapse. I don't think I'll need to do it right now. Won't be a whole lot, but at least maybe another 1/3 of what we're actually cultivating right now. Alright, gang, we're gonna get this done. Be back with you guys shortly. Alright, gang, that's pretty much the field completely cultivated there. Turn around and finish this last pass. We're actually going to leave the cultivator up here because, like I said, my goal is to cultivate the other field as well today, if at all possible. I want to get crop in both of these, growing well. One will be wheat, oat, something like that. And the other one, I'm not sure what it will be yet. I'll probably look a little bit closer at the growing map just to see what the best one would be to put out there is. So I think we'll set it right up here. Perfect. We will have to go and grab the other the drill with this tractor. I keep forgetting that our other small little tractor just unfortunately cannot pull it. Ooh, look at that. We sold something. Didn't have to wait to the end of the night. Look, it clicked over. We got 98 grand now. Okay. It must click over every hour. I thought it was just, you know, at night when you flip over to the next day it would sell, but it must flip over every hour. 98 grand out of nowhere. We can buy a plot of land now. I don't think we need to right now because we still have stuff to do on our own plots that we own, but much more, we got nothing in there. Okay, so, yeah. Fantastic. Really, really good. That is really good for us. It may be even beneficial for us to upgrade our little mini tractor to something else that I can actually pull this drill. Because that way we can do two things at the same time. We can be cultivating something and drilling something, etc. If we need to do two things at once, like we need to buy a roller, we need to buy lime, all that stuff that we said we have turned on and we have not done it once yet. Oh, actually, you know what? There's not that much in here. I should just go ahead and fill it up. We're here. But things are starting to come together for us. It's taken us a number of episodes, but things are starting to come together. I'm really happy with how things are going. So one thing I have not checked is the sale. I don't know if there's anything out there. Maybe there's a tractor out there for us so we can upgrade our small one too. But let me get over here. Let's get the headland done like we normally do. We'll put it on a worker. We'll take a peek out there and see what is out there as far as tractors go. Because then if we can do that, we can start loading these bales on the trailer, bring them over here, stick them in the methane plant once they are ready. I do not believe they're ready yet. I believe they're around 80-ish% probably at this point. So they're not quite ready. But they should be getting pretty close. And probably by the end of the episode, or near the end of the episode, they should be ready to go. Perfect. Well, I guess we're putting canola in this one. We'll put wheat in the other one. I kind of really wasn't thinking of what I wanted to do in this one, so I just kind of ran with what was in there. So we're just going to run canola. Canola's a pretty good crop to put in anyway. Probably makes more sense too. This field's a little bit bigger than the other field over there. While we certainly could use the straw for our BGA, our methane plant, it does take longer because we have to do the harvest and then bale at the same time, and we may already be utilizing that baler for another plot of land at that point. So maybe we'll just start off small until we get a bigger baler. That's another goal of mine here soon, is to try to upgrade our baler to something that can make a little bit bigger bales for us. Because right now we're making the smallest size round bales you can make. I would like to be, they don't need to be the biggest bales, but I'd like to be like mid-tier, like 180 or whatever. I think these are 150 we're making, like 180. That'd be good. Now, I don't expect the worker to do this perfectly. I think he's going to mess up. But it's not the most straight plot of land. But Excuse me, gang. Apologize. Told you. Sinuses are acting up on me. But we'll put it on the worker and we'll just see how he does. Or she. Whatever they decide it to. That should work. Perfect. To him. Alright. So let's take a look out here. There is a... Oh, 205. It's 5 horsepower over our limit. That's too bad. That'd have been perfect. 80 grand, though. It's expensive. That's expensive. I don't know if we have anything else out there really we can get that's within our price range that we want. So what we currently have, I believe, is 80-ish horsepower. 80, exactly. So ideally, you need to at least have 100 horsepower of whatever you're buying. Ideally. No, that's not bad. That John Deere's not bad at all. I think we're going to upgrade to that John Deere, gang. That's not bad. That's really not bad. 2,000 more for that. What's the difference between this one and this one? Oh, it just has a cab. That's the only difference. I don't think we need a cab. We've got a cab in that one. I don't think we need a cab in both of them. I mean, I'm gonna up it for $2,000 more. Why not? Wide tires. I like that better. I don't really care what that looks like. Nope, nope, nope. We don't need a front letter. We already have one on the other one. Main color. Oh, for the chair. Okay. We'll make it that black-gray color. That's nice. Alright, let's go with it. Alright. We'll take this one up to the shop, sell it, and pick up a new tractor. And be back with you guys in a minute. Alright, gang. Pulling up to the shop here. Yeah, look at that. It's a much bigger tractor, too. It'll be good for us. I have 2 tractors that can work relatively almost everything we own. So for 3 grand, I think that was worth it. We did spend a little bit of our 90,000, but we still got 82, so that's good. Once we put all those other silage bales in there and sell all that stuff, I think we're gonna be in real good shape. Probably enough. I'm hoping at least enough to buy the plot of land that is kind of in the middle of everything we own. If we're able to buy this plot 21, 178,000, I'll be pretty happy. I don't know if we'll get there now that I'm looking at it, but I'm hoping we will, and we'll see. We'll have, I guess, what to see. But we're doing well. As far as the growing period, these are really close. If not the next episode, the following one, these will finally be ready, which is really good for us. Actually, while we're up here, something we need to do, let's just go ahead and do it. We've been talking about it. We still have yet to do it. Let's get a roller, and let's get something for lime and pellet fertilizer spreading. So this is going to cost us a lot of money. It's basically going to take all the money up that we had and kind of remove my plan of getting that middle field, more than likely. But that's okay. We need something. 4 grand, 3.4 meters. 4.5 meters, that's not too bad. I kind of like this one, though. 6 meters. 54 horsepower. 17 grand. 17 grand's a lot. 17 grand versus $2,000 for only a couple more meters. I mean, I could literally just throw this on a worker and forget about it. Forget about it, son. Yeah, I mean, that's a no-brainer. We're going to go with this one. That's a no-brainer. Ooh. Costs more if we want to go away from smooth, though. Do we really care? I mean, I love Cambridge. I love Cambridge, the way Cambridge looks, but... And that's a huge increase. It's near 2.5 grand. Well, more than 2.5 grand increase. We'll just roll smooth. This is a challenge series after all, right? We'll keep the colors as is because it costs you money to change colors. So we'll buy the roller, and then we need to get some kind of fertilizer spreader for pellet fertilizing, I should say. I want one that can do both fertilizer and lime, though. That's the ideal situation. So like one of these, but they're very expensive. Very, very expensive. This is fantastic. I've been using this on my Elm Creek playthrough. 36 meter width. That's insane for $3 grand, but it only does fertilizer. So that's the problem with that one. Okay, here we go. It only holds 600 to 800 liters, but it does do both. $15 grand. It does have an extension that costs nothing, so why would you not do the extension? That's the 800 liters. It's stupid. Why would you not do that? I think we're gonna go with this, except it's gonna run out of stuff quickly, really quickly. Now I'm rethinking it again. That's could run that. It's got more, and it's actually cheaper. It doesn't really tell you the width, so I'm assuming it's just a drop. Yeah, it's just a drop. So whatever that width is, it's 3, maybe 4. They're not as good as that. That's the difference, right? I don't know. I wish this did lime. I really do. That would help us out so much. I love this. I just wish it had more. Because if you put lime in that, that's going to be gone in seconds. You're going to be doing a lot of back and forth. A lot. $15 grand. I mean, that is a good one. 15 grand's more than I want to spend. A lot more than I want to spend. Let's just get the roller for now. We'll wait on the lime one more pass. We'll drill both those fields, roll these fields, which would help a little bit on the yield, and we'll wait for the lime the next time we drill them, or the next field we buy, whatever. I want to see if we're able to get close to, if we don't get there, close to getting there to buying that plot of land. And I don't want to spend too much money to ruin that. So I mean, if we ruined it by spending $2,000 on a roller, we ruined it. But you get what I mean. We'll see you guys back at the farm. Alright, gang, we're back here. Looks like the worker actually has done a relatively decent job. I think he's missed a few pieces, but for the most part, he looks like he did a good job. So what I'm going to do is kind of just do a few passes here, and then I'm going to put this on a worker as well. Rolling, I think, is one of the more boring jobs, in my opinion. So I don't want to do a whole lot of rolling, personally. But we'll do our pass or two, make sure everything's working out well. It looks like it is. Kind of hard to see where you've been, but I mean, if you go like that, I guess you can see it a little bit better. But also, why it's sometimes just easier to throw it onto a worker. Throw that on a worker. We'll take over for the worker on this one. So go ahead and finish this up. There shouldn't be much left to do here. Actually, there's more than I thought left to do, but it's not too bad. Not too bad. Yeah, he missed some parts down there, as you would expect. They always do when it's an awkward shape like this, if it's not created in-game engine, if you created it yourself. But they didn't do too bad, though. They got most of it done without any issues. We're on episode 10 now, gang. We're getting there. Like I said in the last episode, I'm still shooting to go for 50, more than what everybody else is going for, I think. 40 more episodes at a minimum here for me. I may go more than that if I'm still having fun and we're doing new stuff, and we're not, doing a ton of repetitive stuff over and over again, which I understand that the grass working is going to be repetitive every single time I buy a new plot of land. There's not a whole lot else I can do other than that. But as long as we're still putting down different productions, different sell points, different multiple things of that nature, I think we're fine. Fine to keep on going. So we'll do a quick jump cut here, guys. I'll go ahead and get this done, and then I'll be back with you guys shortly. Alright, field's been drilled. I'm gonna let the worker do the rest of the rolling. Again, I mentioned it, I don't love rolling. I think that's my least favorite job in Farming Simulator. So we'll let the worker do all the rolling for me. I don't think you guys will mind. Rolling, I think, is the most boring job to watch anyway, because you're really not doing a whole lot. The color of the ground doesn't change that much, so it's really not that exciting. Go ahead and put this over here in our makeshift yard. Well, I guess I shouldn't really call it a makeshift yard anymore. Our part of our yard. Because our yard will expand and we'll have a barn at some point. I promise it will have one. We're going to pick up the trailer. We're going to go over here. We're going to start stacking all these bales. I will do this all probably off camera. Come back when I have a few bales left to stack, and then go from there. I'm going to have to do something a little bit different here. I've got a bit of a mess here in our yard where I can't really have a whole lot of room to turn around. I'm probably going to move this trailer over here. We need to work on that. I don't know how I'm going to be able to do it. I kind of showed you guys a couple episodes ago that it's not letting me do any kind of modifying to the ground, but maybe when I buy this plot of land, maybe we'll be able to do so. Who knows? In any case, we're going to get these loaded up, and I'll be back with you guys when we're pretty much done. Alright, gang, that is complete. I've got the bales back here. They're ready to go. They are still fermenting, so they're not ready to actually be able to put into our BGA yet, but they are at least here, ready for us to go. I want to show you one thing I did do, is I placed down a few placeables here for us to sell some of our methane. So we've got that ability to sell that to some farmers, because there will be some farmers, I'm sure, that would want some methane in this area. So we'll be able to sell some of the methane we're creating to them. So that'll be really good for us. A little bit of extra profit. Take that off real quick. I believe the worker completed rolling that field over there. So now we need to go ahead and start cultivating and drilling up this field over here, because that was one of the other goals we wanted to accomplish today. yes, he did finish. Okay, so that field is done for today, at least the best we're going to do. We're not going to put any lime on it, like I mentioned. We'll wait and do that in the future, because I want to get that other plot of land over there just so we can connect our plots, and then my goal is to start actually creating a realistic yard at that point. We kind of have one going now, but I want some sheds and maybe a silo as well, just so we can save some of this crop for the future when it sells better. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this drop down here, and we're going to get going around the headland as we always do. I'm going to pop that on. I don't want to get too far. Again, I don't want to go over the line and not be able to harvest our crop, so we may lose a little bit of what the field could be, but as long as it's close enough, I'm really happy with it. Perfect. This line right here looks like a pretty good line. So we're going to go ahead and get this outlined, like I said, and then we will start working on making it into a field. Once we get a little bit underway, what we'll do is we'll go grab the other tractor, put it on our drill, which we should have left over here, and get the worker started on drilling the field. Things are starting to come together for us, though. I feel like we're actually starting to make a little bit of progress. We're making some money, and hopefully we can keep that going because of that BGA plant we built. I think that might be the smartest thing that I've put in to date. I also would like to get a few more animals, probably some chickens relatively soon, potentially cows or pigs, but I'm going to wait on those until we get a little bit more in the tank. We don't really have everything we really need to do those yet, because we need to make, you know, some TMR. We really don't have anything to do for cows, at least. Pigs kind of eat a bit of everything, but you got to mix everything together as well for them, so a lot of things to accomplish there to be able to have those animals. But chickens are relatively easy. We don't actually have anything we can feed them now. We could go buy a bag, but we'll see. I'm not sure if we're going to buy them in this episode or not. We may. If it's not this episode, it'll be relatively soon. Things are going well here. I just missed a little bit there as I say that. We're going to have a nice 5 fields now that we're going to be having crop growing in, which is phenomenal for us. I don't know for sure that I am, but I feel like I'm making good progress. I feel like we're being relatively competitive with everybody else. Knowing this really isn't a competition, but I like to make it one. I do feel like we're at least somewhat competitive with everybody else now. At least the console players in this challenge, which, if for whatever reason you stumbled across this and haven't watched anybody else's, those links will be down below in the description, so you want to check those out for sure. It's very interesting and neat to see how everybody else is going about this challenge. It's very different. Everybody's kind of taking it at a different angle, so really fun. Really, really fun. Just trying to expand it a little bit there. Nothing too crazy, but I feel like that will give us at least a few more liters. I think I've decided, gang, I was thinking about doing oat, but I think I'm going to do wheat in here. I think we're going to do wheat. Oh, I missed it. I missed a piece. Oops. Go around the headland one more time here, then we're going to start going just up and down, normal rows as you would expect to see when you're doing farming. And then once we get a little bit further along, we'll flip over to the other tractor, bring the roller over here, go pick up the seed drill, and get a worker started seeding this as we're getting closer to finishing the drilling. And then what we'll do at that point is we'll probably take over of doing the drilling, and then put the worker on the roller. Because as I mentioned, don't really love rolling. I think that's my least favorite thing. Like I said that already, but can't hurt to say it again. Make sure I drill that into your guys' head that that's my least favorite thing to do. Some people hate spraying. I actually like spraying. I like doing the spraying jobs. I just don't like rolling. I don't know why. Let's get this done. Alright, gang, that is the field almost done. So we got both fields drilled, both fields rolled in today's episode. Really good. Really, really good. Now, you might have noticed that I sped up time a little bit. There's a reason for that. I'm hoping the bales will almost be ready to, or be fermented, excuse me. I'm hoping that they are almost, if they're not already ready from fermentation. So we can put those into our BGA, into our methane plant. And that will hopefully produce a little bit more money for us. One thing I'm going to do really quickly is I'm going to switch tractors, because that tractor is the only one that has a front loader on it. So I can only move bales with that tractor. I'm actually going to cancel the worker right now, because that is a perfect time to do it. So we'll put a worker on the roller on this one, and then once we get the worker set up and moving, we'll head back to the farm with our drill, put the drill in the location that we've been keeping it at for now, and then take a look at our bales and see if they are ready or not. Perfect. This is definitely the first episode where I feel like we're making real progress right now. We've got a lot of fields going now. We're going to have a lot of crop coming in that we'll be able to sell, or even maybe buy some more productions and turn that crop into something else. We're going to need some more fertilizer and seed soon whenever we decide to drill another field, which might not be for an episode or two, but we'll see. It depends on how much we make off these silage bales. Hopefully they're ready. If they're not, well, we may have to just wait on them, I guess. But I'm hoping they are. I probably, if they are ready, I probably won't put it into a time lapse. It's very repetitive, same thing over and over again. Taking them off it, put them on, put them into the BGA. But you know, the end of it, I'll show you the last couple bales as I put them in there. It's good enough. Close enough. Let's go over here and take a look at our bales and see if they are ready to go or not. Sciences are really getting to me today, gang. Looks like they are ready to go. They are ready. Perfect. So let's go ahead and move the trailer in a position where we can easily take them off and put them in to our BGA plant, methane plant. I realize I may be kind of slightly driving into the crop here. Once we get this field over here, and once we harvest this one at least, we probably will have hopefully a better situation, and won't have to be driving to the crop as much. We hope we might expand this out a little bit more as well, just so it's easier to go in and out. Come on, tractor, let's go. I'll put the first two in, gang, and then after that I'll jump cut until we're to the end, and then I need to line them up right. Come on, Z. Gentle, there we go. Perfect, perfect. There's a bit of a hill here that I don't like either. I would like to get rid of it. I don't think I can, though, unfortunately. I think that's just the way it is. So there's a potential that I could flip the tractor a little bit, but hopefully not. Perfect. All right, we'll get this done, gang. I'll be back with you guys shortly. All right, gang, we got them all in there for the most part. This is the last set right here. It wasn't too bad. There's a few minor little hiccups, but for the most part, relatively simple. So we've got tons and tons that's going in there. It's creating all kinds of charge, electric charge. We got tons of digestate. Not anywhere near having max digestate, but we almost maxed out the silage there, as you can see. So that's going to be running for a while. Once it hits that next hour mark, at least from what we saw earlier in the episode, it appears that it will flip over and sell something for us, which is good. I'm just going to go ahead and back this trailer up a little bit more. So what I may end up doing here, gang, is speeding up time a little bit more. Again, I want to get to that next hour mark. I want to see what kind of income we get. I'm hoping we're close to being able to buy another plot of land. If not, we'll see what we can do. So far, this seems to be an extremely, extremely good investment for us. From what I can tell, and I don't know if I'm perfectly accurate on this, but what we're making from the electric charge from the silage is paying for the exact same amount as if we were just to go sell the silage by itself. So the methane and the digestate that we're also receiving is just a bonus as far as money goes. Now, we're not selling the digestate. As I mentioned, there is a reason for that. I probably will do it in the next episode. If it's not the next episode, that'll be the following episode. So you have to stay tuned to see why that is. Got a really good plan and idea for it. Now, we may not need as much digestate for my idea as we're going to have, probably, from all this silage. And if that's the case, we'll just wait until we max out my idea. And once it's maxed out, we can just start selling the digestate as well, which will be just extra income. Looks like it's going to rain soon here, gang. You see it next to May there. Cloudy. Rain's on the way. I'm not sure when the rain will get here, but luckily we're not doing any harvesting, so it shouldn't be any issues for us. We need to redo our yard a little bit. It's getting a bit of a mess again, but that's okay. I can do that off camera. I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on it because, as I mentioned, I plan to build a bigger yard with barns and a better location for a lot of this stuff. And a lot of cover for this stuff. So, let's speed up time here, gang. Let's get some of this silage and this electric charge sold. Not sure how much we're going to get out of it, but if I can get to the right thing here. We're going to do it real quick. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time here. I don't want to wait a whole lot of time. Yeah. So we're at 132,000 there. I believe there's still silage going. Nope. We're missing, so we might as well stop it. There's no reason to keep going. There is still some to sell, though. We've got 10,000, so we may as well go ahead and speed up time, like I said. We might as well just keep going with the time here. Get all of that sold, and let's just see how much money we make here. There it went. It went up to 142. It didn't really post anything for us, but we're at 142, and here comes the rain. So, 142. I don't know if that's enough to buy this. It's not. 178. I was afraid of that. We can buy this one. We can buy that one. And we can buy this one. But we still can't buy this. Dang. I was really hoping for that. We may end up having to buy this one, gang. I mean, eventually we're going to connect them all together, but we may end up having to just buy this one. But I think we're going to do one other thing, and then we're going to leave the episode there. I'm going to put down a generator. We're going to put down a cellular antenna generator. This is going to give us $480 a month. It's very good. We could sell some of that lettuce. I don't know how much the lettuce is going to... Actually, you know what? Hold that thought for a minute. How much lettuce do we have? We have... excuse me. 3,216 liters of lettuce. How much is lettuce worth right now? Probably not a lot. Probably not enough to get us to that point. Certainly not enough to get us to that point. 2,978. That's actually not bad for per liter. But we only have 3,000, so that's not going to get us anywhere near 170,000. So we'll stick with what I was planning on doing. We're going to put down a generator, a cellular antenna generator. This will give us $480 a month. It'll help with our fees, our monthly fees that we have to pay. I kind of want to put it towards the end here, a little bit of space between that and... That'll work for me. It's good enough for me. So we'll throw that there. That'll generate a little bit more for us. And we'll leave that episode there, gang. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe if you're new. It's free. It helps me out a ton. And until next time, I will see you all in the next episode.